This is episode 560, and today we're going to take some time to check in on your vision. Going to go through some guideposts, if you will, about making sure you're on track to create your vision. You know, have you been having trouble achieving a specific goal within your vision? Are you allowing other less important things to get in the way, perhaps, of accomplishing what you really want? Then it's time to do a checkup. You know, like we go to the doctor, we get a checkup for our physical self. Well, now it's time to go to the mind doctor and get a checkup on your vision. You know, just again, as it's important to get our eyes checked regularly to make sure that we can able to see things clearly, it's equally as important to do a vision check to be certain that you're on track for your goals. Now, the presumption here is that you have a vision. You know what you want your life to look like. When I work with my clients, one of the first things we do is we create a 1-year vision. What type of lifestyle do you want to be living? What type of life do you want to have? And that's the vision for the year. That's that lighthouse. And then we have subsequent 9, 6, 3, 1-month goals. And then within each of those months, there's stepping stones to make sure that we achieve it. So I'm going to presume that you have a vision. Now, we're coming close to the end of the year. So this vision checkup will be one to see how close you are to achieving your vision if you have it. If you don't have it, hopefully this will inspire you to create one for next year. And if you're falling short of your vision, this will help you understand perhaps what happened that you allowed yourself to be distracted from accomplishing your vision. So the first thing you have to have is a vivid picture. You know, have you created a vivid picture in your imagination as to what your completed goal will look like, feel, and sound like? And you know, this is why vision boards are really, really helpful as well, is that you can actually physically see what you want your vision. But it's just not the look. You need to add all of your sensory details to it. You need to add, what's it going to feel like when you accomplish this goal? What's it going to sound like? You know, who's going to be around you? What experiences will you be manifesting when you have this goal? Many people omit this step and they make a half-hearted attempt at it. Yeah, they describe their vision, but they have no emotion associated with it. They don't know what it would feel like or what it sounds like or who would be part of it. So the vivid is all your sensories. It's as if you are living it now. So if you were baking something in the oven, you would say, oh, well, here's the cinnamon rolls that I'm baking and the temperature is 72 degrees and I have some family over and we're laughing and having a good time. If that's what was actually happening to you right now, you'd be able to describe all those senses. That's what you want to be able to do with your vivid picture. You want to describe it as if it is happening now. If you can't, go back and revisit it over and over and over until you can describe it in full sensory detail. Next, be inspired. Are you inspired by your goal, right? Does thinking about it make you smile? If not, then go back to your vision, your picture, and change it until you're excited about it. Goals take effort. They take time. They take persistence. They take grit. They often require that we change and do things that may stretch us. And matter of fact, that's the biggest byproduct of goals is we want to have a goal that we've never, ever done. So we have to be stretched as a human. We have to be stretched as a person to go beyond our comfort zone. If the goal isn't something you really want in the first place, then why bother trying to achieve it? You've probably heard me talk about the book, The Dip by Seth Godin, who talks about we all hit dips when we go after our goals. We all do that. But before you set a goal, ask yourself, what would have to happen for me to give up on this goal? And if you come up with an answer, don't set it because you really don't want it. I mean, it's a hard line to take, and it really helps. It helps out a lot because if you think, well, I'll try this goal until this, why bother? Find a goal that no matter what happens, no matter how long it takes, no matter what you got to do, you are going to hit it. And it needs to be inspired. So when we look at the SMART goal formula, the M as in measurable, which a lot of people go as specific, measurable. The M is measurable, but it's also, is it motivational? Is this goal motivational? Are you inspired by your vision? If you're not, get rid of it and create a vision that you are inspired by, because this is the inspiration comes from within. Motivation is temporary. Inspiration is permanent. Motivation is external to us. Inspiration is internal. And when you can be inspired by your goal, you'll wake up every single day enthused on getting it. If not, it's time to create a different vision. Sustained belief. Do you have a sustained belief you will achieve your goal, right? If you don't expect to accomplish your goal, then really you're not going to. And sometimes it takes extraordinary courage to believe in your goal. In the face of evidence and contrary, you will be successful. Things go wrong. Problems come up. It's easy to get discouraged, but if you have a belief and a belief in yourself, which is confidence, is that you're going to do it. It's not, oh, I'll give it a try and see what happens. That is not a belief in yourself. It's like, I know I can do it. I might not get it done in the time frame that I want to, but if I keep going, I will get it done. I believe in my goal. I believe in my vision. I believe in myself. And you have to have that belief. Many people that I have found with coaching really don't believe in themselves. And so they are the ones that keep themselves from achieving the goal. There's a lot of goal setting out there, and I've had clients come to me, well, goal setting doesn't work. And I asked them about it and find out that, 2 weeks into it, they stopped. I go, no, goal setting works. You stopped working the plan. So that's on you. So when we have this goal, it's vivid and it's excitable, it's inspired, do you have the belief, or is it like, well, somebody else could achieve it, but I don't know if I can? If it's, I don't know if I can, or I'll give it a try, or maybe, that's your belief. And that is, we have to work on that. So you either contact me or contact another coach, but working on your belief that you can get this accomplished. And this is part of mental strength, right? One of the 4 C's in mental strength is confidence. Confidence in your ability. If you don't have confidence in your ability, find a coach to work with that can help you understand what your abilities are, so that you can create that rock solid belief in yourself and in your goal that nothing is going to get in your way. So you got to develop that sustained belief. Identify, right? Do you identify with your goal now, even though you haven't achieved it? You must begin to identify with the person you want to become. So once or twice a day, play the picture of your complete goal in your mind. Live your goal in your imagination. Experience all the wonderful emotions that go with it. So we can look at our goal through first person or second person. First person is as if we are living it right now. We are experiencing. We're looking out at the new car that we have. We're looking out at the vacation that we're on. We're feeling the beach. Second person is watching it on a movie. So when we go to a movie, we are in second person. We want to identify with it. We want to see ourselves within. We want to be within our vision, looking out as if it's happening to us right now. Many people will do a visualization, but they will look at it as if it's a movie on a screen. That is okay, but when we can deeply identify, meaning be in our vision, see our hands opening the car door, starting the keys, putting our hands on the steering wheel of the car. When we see our hands on the steering wheel, that's when we're identifying with it. When we can look out over the railing of a cruise ship and see the water and see the dolphins jumping around, we are identifying with it. So when we create the vision, we want to put ourselves in that vision and completely identify with it, because then that vision is part of us as opposed to us watching it. Observant. Are you observant as to what actions are taking you closer to your goal and those that are moving away from your goal? You can call this sensory acuity, right? When we create an action plan for our goal, some of the ideas included, it'll work and some others won't. So you have to take specific actions, observe their results, and document it. And this is why I love working out so much, is that you develop a plan on what you want to work out. You know, your 4-week plan, 1-month plan. You put down the weights that you want to lift, how many reps you go, and then you start to track it and you see if your body's changing. If it's more hypertrophy or is it more strength, whatever. But you can't improve what you don't measure. So you need to be observant of the results you are getting and document it. So you're taking X action, you get Y results. Does Y get you closer to your goal or not? For instance, if you wanted to lose weight and you start eating cupcakes, you're observant. I'm eating cupcakes. Does eating cupcakes help me get to my goal? Well, if you go up and you're at 250 and then you go to 251, 252, no, it doesn't. So you observe your actions, question them, measure the results, and if the results aren't getting you closer to your goal, you stop that action. This is where that belief comes in. This is where a coach can help you be accountable. But you need to be observant. Watch your actions and observe the results. And never give up attitude. You have to adopt a never, that grit, the persistence, the resilience, whatever you want to call it. You've made a decision that no matter what will happen, you are going to achieve your goal. This is the can-do attitude. It may not happen in the time that you put it down, and that's okay. But you keep going. You keep going. You develop, this is where the mental strength comes in, persistence, resilience, grit, unstoppable. All of those, you have to have that. You have to live, breathe that attitude constantly every single day. If you take time to create a vision and put yourself in it and you believe in yourself, you have to have this attitude of all or nothing. So with that, keep some of these tips in mind. If your vision is fuzzy, don't worry about it. Just clear it up, right? By making a few adjustments, you'll be able to clearly see your goal to completion and experience all the joy and satisfactions that are part of that package of your vision. So just get it crystal clear. Review the podcast again. As a matter of fact, if you want to go see the show notes of this podcast, you can go over to warriormindcoach.com, look for the show notes, print them out, and start your review, your vision checkup to see how well you're doing. And while you're on the internet visiting warriormindcoach.com, please follow me on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest under Warrior Mind Coach.